Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to the channel today. It's good to have you. Welcome back to all of our subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. And while you're here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button, consider becoming a member, and to learn more about me in a variety of ways that you can grow and develop your business, please check out those links below. So with that said, let's get into our topic today, and it's 10 ways to get your gym business back on track. 10 ways to get your gym business back on track. And, certainly a lot of clubs, go through those phases where it's ups and downs and they struggle. And sometimes they never really get out of that hole. And we want to help you get out of that hole with 10 things you can think about. And so number one, assess your finances. Where are we at here? One of the first things I would look at where we'd like to get to is we've got to have cash in the bank, number one, every day. And we want to get back to that point, if you're not there, where we have at least 1 month operating capital, sitting in the bank. So assess your finances. Where are you at? Look at your inventory. Is there inventory you can sell? I know we've gone through clubs in the past where we're assessing their finances, and we find there's 50 ceiling fans, brand new, still in the box, that never got used because they didn't fit. They got stored away, never used. They're sitting there. We sold them and put some money in the bank. We provided some breathing room. So assess your finances, where you're at. Always be looking for money. Okay, make sure we're always doing this. So really assess your financial situation, where you're at. And one of the things too, when you talk about getting your business back on track and assessing your finances, I'll kind of take us a little step further. This is a question that I get asked a fair amount when I talk to writers or people like that. And they say, Jim, what's the most challenging part of consulting? And I say, well, usually, the problem becomes many times is the owner will wait until the patient's on the operating table. If you get help quick enough, where your cash flow is high enough, you still got some money in the bank, more often than not, there's going to be solutions. If you wait until you're down to your last $1,000 and you don't have some of these other capabilities, it can make it a lot more difficult. But assess your finances. Make sure you know exactly where you're at. Number two, look at your competition. Look at your competition. Now, you can look at it from several ways here. Number one, what do we do better, or what can we do better than anybody else in the marketplace? Okay, what is our differentiation? Are we properly positioned in the marketplace? Okay, it's one of the first things I look at with my competition. The second thing I would look at with my competition, we kind of know that most of these folks, they're all marketing to the same group. Okay, what group are they marketing to, and how can we market to an uncontested market space? How can we do that? Okay, and then the other thing, with competition is, can I take over some of this competition? Are there some folks that would like to exit gracefully, some folks that like to get out? Maybe I can take on their dues base. I can get their URL pointed over to me. I can get their phone number pointed over to me. I can pick up some employees. So get to know your competitors in that regard. Okay, so don't underestimate the value of all of that. That's a big, massive, really tip right there to really help change things for you. Number three, consider a new marketing strategy. Consider a new marketing strategy. So, number one, okay, we have to overcome obscurity here. The basic problem is no one knows who you are, and those that do, they don't have you at top of mind. Now, so we need to market. Now, here's the thing, though, to remember. It's not going to do you any good to drive more people into a broken system. Okay? We have to make sure we can handle these folks when they come in. Okay? And so I'll give you some examples. If I've got a weaker team that's really not great at closing, they're okay. Maybe I'm going to do, my marketing is going to be all about urgency, and it's going to be about membership specials and membership offers and membership drives, because that's an easier sale for a lot of folks. Or if I've got a pretty good bunch here, and I want to really ramp up the traffic, I might be marketing 2 free weeks of exercise. Try us, then decide. I might be offering 10 visits for $10. Try us out, then decide. because that can really increase your traffic, but it takes a more sophisticated sales team to be able to sell it. Okay, so we want a new marketing strategy. Don't just be marketing and sending it into a bad system. So with that new marketing strategy, let's make sure our sales process is in order. Again, you can research the channel here on sales process, but make sure our sales process is being followed. If you're just sending more people into a broken system, you're really not, gaining ground here. Number 4, reinstate responsibilities. Okay, we want to get our gym business back on track. Reinstate responsibilities, and so this is something that I frequently do. We get involved with clubs that are off track, they're off course. We need to get people back on. Hey, here's what the responsibilities are. Okay, and I know one of the first ones that we'll do in a lot of cases is, hey, we want to get accountability back in. Okay, and how are we getting accountability, back into the game? And we're going to create more awareness. We're going to have more communication, but there's clear responsibilities. If we agree that you're going to do 3 sales a day, well, that's what we agree on. Let me see the plan to do this. Okay, not the hope. Okay, not the idea. What is the plan that we're going to do this? But reinstate responsibilities. Everybody has to carry their own weight. Okay. Number 5, set realistic goals. Okay, now let me tell you what I mean by realistic goals. Now I'm one that likes to set goals really high. Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about here on realistic goals. When I say realistic goals, let's just say we want to do 100 new sales a month as a club. Here's what I know to be true. If I just say, hey, we need 100 sales, go have at it. Everybody's out there trying to find these 100 sales. And that's going to be difficult. I mean, if I were to ask you right now, how many people do you know right now that want to join? Most people, say not very many, okay, or none at all. Yet we are still in the business, okay, of doing that. That's what we do. And we don't know anybody many times, okay. So one of the things that I have found the easiest way to get 100 people to join is talk to 200. I have to give 200 presentations. Well, if I have to give 200 presentations, I probably need 400 appointments. Okay, so if I have 400 appointments, half of them show up, 2 of them are going to show up, 100 of them are going to buy. Okay, so my realistic goal, I need 400 appointments. I'm not trying to hunt down 100 sales. I want 400 people that agree to come in. Okay, and if your goal's 50 sales, just take them down. Your goal's 25 sales, 20 sales. You can adjust those numbers. But I'm putting this on the activity that's going to get this started, not the end result. If you focus just on looking for people who are interested, this can become difficult. Our job is to create interest, it's to build value, it's to solve problems. Okay, not just to handle what I would call, low-hanging fruit. Number 6, cut out the fat. Cut out the fat. Anything and everything that's not producing, human systems, process, departments, you've got to get rid of it. If you're trying to get your business back on track, non-production is the first to go. Okay, if we've got folks that are, hey, they're working hard and trying to get it done, but hey, if we're trying to get things back on track, we can't carry that. You've got to produce. You've got to find a way to produce. If they can't, you're going to have to make that decision. So you've got departments that, man, I don't know why this isn't working. This ought to be working. Hey, now's not the time. We can come back and revisit all that stuff, but if we're trying to get something back on track, cut out the fat. Do more with less would be the motto here. Okay. Number 7, understand your priorities. I can tell you the number 1 priority, it's sales. And the best way that you can look at this is sales. This is the oxygen to your business. I mean, what would happen right now in the room you're sitting in if ever so slowly the oxygen just got taken out of that room? Nothing good would happen, right? It's the same thing to your business. Unless you're driving sales, you're sucking the oxygen out of this business. You're killing your business, okay? So understand your priorities. Priorities are sales, but how do we do it? We build value, we solve problems, we provide solutions. We create an infrastructure that allows us to do that. But understand the priority. Good sales will get you out of this, okay? Number 8, keep it simple. KISS. Keep it simple, superstar. Okay? Keep it simple. One of the big mistakes with a lot of clubs is when we're new, we've got to have every shiny object, okay, every piece of technology. We get overwhelmed with this stuff, okay? Or just later on, the business becomes so complicated that it's difficult to run, even for the owners sometimes. Keep it simple. I'd rather see you be taking things away to simplify the business than simply adding more things. Keep it simple. Keep it easier to run. Not only will you get better results, it's going to be easier to hire and train people. It's an easier operation to run. Okay. Number 9, always be researching opportunities for growth. Always be researching opportunities for growth. How can I grow my business? I'll give you a couple things. One, you can put a chat box on your website, but no ordinary chat box. It's Facebook Messenger. It's free. Virtually everybody has Facebook, and they have it with them all the time. It's a great, great communication tool. We've had clubs that have significantly increased their customer interaction, by having Facebook Messenger. It's so easy to do. Okay, it's free, easy to put on your website. Research growth opportunities. Okay, maybe communicating with local gyms in your area and trying to identify clubs that would like to find a way to exit gracefully. Maybe you can take over their dues base. I mean, just what if you could take over a gym right now that had a $10,000 dues base, and you can get their website URL pointed to yours, and you can get their phone number pointed to your gym? How would that change things? I would think it'd be significant, right? And then number 10, remain optimistic. You're trying to get your business back on track. Remain optimistic. Okay, whatever we think, you're going to find that's going to become reality here. So the way I like to describe this when we talk about remaining optimistic, I mean, there's no good or bad. Okay, what there is how you look at things. Okay, look at them from a positive perspective and understand you're in the solutions business. Our job is to get solutions. Solutions for our customers, solutions for our investors, solutions for our family. Our job is to get solutions. Okay? There's no good or bad. It's all perception, how you choose to look at it. So remain optimistic. Folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here today. To learn more about me and a variety of ways you can grow your company, check out the links below, and we'll look forward to seeing you all in that next video.